say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, those bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would like to say a special thank you to the Beale Air Force Base Honor Guard and to Jessica Sawinski. Thank you. Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce the individuals. Actually, you can all be seated now. Sorry. I was going to say seated on stage with me, but I realized they were all still standing. I'm going to introduce our trustees first. Trustee Scott Leslie, President of the Board. Trustee Bob Romness. Trustee Bill Halden. Trustee Carrie Dawson-Bartley. Trustee Aaron Klein. And our student trustee, Ernesto Torres Aguilera. We know which trustee is the most popular. I would also like to introduce Professor of Anthropology, Matt Archer. Vice President of Student Services, Mandy Davies. Vice President of Administrative Services, Chris Yatuma. Vice President of Human Resources, Ryan Davis. We have a Davies and a Davis. And Dean of Kinesiology and Athletic Director, Lucas Moosman. Also our special guest tonight, our commencement speaker, Alice Perez. Okay, so we've had a little bit of rain, but no rain can stop Sierra College. But I want to be known as the most popular college president ever. So we're going to defer the speeches until later, and we're going to graduate the students first. We want to make sure that you're here to see the students graduate, so we want to make sure we get that in case it rains again later. But I do want to tell you, if it starts to come down, and it's coming down hard, we do have a backup plan to finish the graduation. So in the case of heavy rains, the graduates will be asked to stand and follow the direction of staff down to the theater to continue the ceremony all the way down at the end of the quad. I'm sorry there's not enough seating in the theater for everybody, so parents and family and friends will go into, be able to view the remainder of the ceremony via live stream, either from the W building just behind me to my right, or from the cafeteria ahead to my left. We've got big screens in there and we'll stream it. Individuals seated directly behind the graduates will go to the cafeteria. All others will be directed to the W building. Staff will be present to direct you in each location. But that's only if it rains really hard, and we'll call it if that happens. So if we say we're gonna go to the backup plan for rain, then we'll read that to you again, but that's what we're gonna do. So without further ado then, let's get this graduation going. So hold on, I'm looking for my notes. So it's now it's my pleasure to inform you that the members of the class of the 2015-16 have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the Associate in Arts or Associate in Science degrees and are eligible for graduation from Sierra College. Will the class of 2015-16 please come forward to receive your degrees?
Hi, how are you? Good. Just hang here for a second. They're going to start on that side.
Dorothy Francisca Riley, A.S. Psychology with honors.
Denise Lukowski, AA Early Childhood Education.
Stephen Bergando Realiza, AAT Sociology for Transfer.
Esvin Diaz, AA Political Science for Transfer with honors.
Nicole Justice, AAT Communication Studies for Transfer with honors.
Sean Michael McCormick, AA Welding Technology.
Alina Berrigan, AAT Communication Studies for Transfer with honors.
John Ping, AS Computer Science with honors.
Robin Christine Turner, AA Deaf Studies with honors.
Tyler Hosea Small, AA Welding Technology with honors.
Michael T. Rose, AS Computer Science with honors.
Michaela Hannah Thompson, AA Psychology for Transfer with honors.
Deborah Lynn Dahl, AA Management with honors.
Megan Alyssa Watkins, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
Carol Louise Clark, AS Sustainable Agriculture with honors.
Emraya Alashaloya, AA Arts and Cultures with honors.
Hannah Jean Krunagel, AS Photography with honors.
Zachary Davis, AA Mechatronics Technology.
Stephanie Owens, AA Business Administration.
Nathan Douglas Mott, AS Mechatronics Technology.
Denise Amador Gomez, AAT Psychology for Transfer.
Briannon Danielle Files, AA History.
Hisham Ali, AA Accounting with honors.
I'm sorry, say it. Rosaline Echegwinakatgaya, AA History.
Courtney Andrea Osio, AA Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement with honors.
Sophia Aguisanye, AA Business Administration.
Sasha Elizabeth Lockheed, AS Business Administration for Transfer with honors.
Kayla Barrow, Early Childhood Education Master Teacher with honors.
Holly Brianna Geraldine James, AAT. Holly Brianna Geraldine James, AAT History for Transfer.
Peter Lawrence Cole, AA Early Childhood Education.
Ian Davis Lynn, AS Physics.
Anastasia Stacy Barros, AS Early Childhood Education for Transfer.
David Anthony Tomasi, AST Computer Science for Transfer with honors.
Elizabeth Ashley Hiscox, AS Early Childhood Education Master Teacher.
Ignacio Lopez Tapia, AAT History for Transfer.
Bambi Ivy, AS Early Childhood Education for Transfer with honors.
Christine Levon Niger, AAT Psychology for Transfer with honors.
Michelle Lee Ann Kimpo, AA Early Childhood Education with honors.
Karen Nicole Stanley, AAT Psychology for Transfer.
Deborah Ellen Strandberg, AA Early Childhood Education with honors.
Melissa Rianne Blandford, AAT Psychology for Transfer with honors.
Natalia Zagorico, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education with honors.
Hina Rahman, AS Business Administration with honors.
Alexis Doby Glazier, AS Early Childhood Education with honors.
Christina Heredia, AA Social Behavioral Sciences.
Victoria Madsen Young, AS Early Childhood Education for Transfer with honors.
Shelby May Sparks, AAT Anthropology for Transfer with honors.
Amanda Jean Glashen, AS Early Childhood Education for Transfer.
Taylor Gail Croson, AA Deaf Studies.
Kimberly Ann Swallow, AS Early Childhood Education Master Teacher.
Haley Audience Sindelar, AS Natural Science with honors.
Hope Noel Long, AS Natural Science.
Diana Sideruk, AS Natural Science with honors.
Patrick Timothy Egan, AA Computer Information System Networking with honors.
Miriam Mostova, AAT Psychology for Transfer.
Alexander Michael Cheshire, AA Communication Studies for Transfer.
Daniel Gallardo, AA Computer Science.
Andrew Fletcher, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
David Gervin, AA General Business.
Hannah Elizabeth Wright, AA General Business with honors.
Michael Patrick Dastus, AA History with honors.
Ramon Barrocio, AA Automotive Analysis with honors.
Brian King, AA Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement with honors.
Stephen Michael Schleicher, AS Welding Technology.
Connor Morgan Gray, AAT History for Transfer.
Michelle Nicole Prather, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
Giovanna Acosta, AA Applied Art and Design, Illustration.
Eddie Lee Brown III, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Cabra Martin, AS Natural Science.
Natasha Joy Verduzco, AA Kinesiology for Transfer.
Allie Nicole Dew, AA Communication Studies, Graphics Design, Multimedia with honors.
Tariq Watts, AA Sociology for Transfer.
Christine Lynn Tingler, AS Computer Information Systems, Administrative Technical Support.
Cassandra Marie Huey, AA English for Transfer.
Rebecca Withy, AA Applied Art and Design, Multimedia with honors.
Sarah Adine Perto, AS Applied Art and Design Multimedia.
Todd Arlen Dumos, AA Megatronics Technology.
Rebecca Ann Treadway, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Cameron Mitchell Souza, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Hannah Lee Girolami, AS Management.
Everett Williams, AA Photography with honors.
Alyssa Rose Novello, AA Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Caitlin Nicole Hale, AAT Psychology for Transfer with honors.
Edward William Kelly, AA Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement with honors.
Lauren Margaret White, AS Applied Art and Design, Graphic Design.
Evelyn Ramos, AA Administration of Justice, Corrections.
Misty Spring Williams, AA Business Administration.
Marina McNaney, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
David Richard Meiniger, AAT Psychology for Transfer with honors.
Sarah Genevieve Phillips, AA Early Childhood Education.
Efsana Aitai, AS Mathematics with honors.
Allison J. McCann, AS Psychology with honors.
Sam Rutherford, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
Jenna Blanche Simone Fusnig, AS Psychology.
Anna Julia Quadra, AAT Sociology for transfer.
Ashley Yvonne Halapoff, AA Psychology for transfer.
Maria A. Moni, AA Computer Information Systems, Computer Applications.
Alexandria Lynn Dion, AA Psychology for transfer.
Ihsan Hossein Sada, AA Natural Science with honors.
Presley Lynn Cenarius, AA Communication Studies for transfer.
Carrie Lynn Blizzard, AA English with honors.
Ernest William McMurray, AA Sociology for transfer.
Caitlin Haberly, AA Marketing.
Takia Doby, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Marilyn Ilyana Tirado, AAT Sociology for transfer.
Sarai Mendoza, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Gabriela Aisha Takahashi, AA Women's Studies with honors.
Janelle Renee Dressen, AS Natural Sciences.
Elisa Beth Maygard, AA Women's Studies with honors.
Cassie Damiani, AA Psychology for transfer.
Gonzalo Aparicio Avalos, AST Business Administration for transfer.
Paige Janice Morris, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education.
Catherine Virginia Adeline Kays Hooper, AST Mathematics for transfer with honors.
Timothy Michael Lang, AS Computer Science with honors.
Casey Lynn Nicholas, AST Administration of Justice for transfer with honors.
Helen Poole, AS Computer Science Management Information Systems.
David Robert Basone, AS Computer Information Systems Networking.
Rebecca Alexander, AA English for transfer.
Gianmarco Covi, AST Business Administration for transfer with honors.
Charles E. Phillips, AS Business Administration.
Emily Elizabeth Shawls, AST Business Administration for transfer with honors.
Zachary Giovanni Halverson, AA Economics for transfer with honors.
Tori Ella Simone Cleveland, AST Administration of Justice for transfer with honors.
Joshua Donald Bowman, AS Natural Science.
Haley Alexis Wall, AS Administration of Justice, Corrections.
Jared Thomas Capper, AA Arts and Cultures with honors.
Irina Nuckols, AS Management.
Dejan Zivkovic, AS Women's Studies.
Diana Elaine Ashley Garcia, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Jared Ryan Wright, AS Mathematics.
Heather Lynn Tiffany Savina Ververka, AS Natural Science.
Joel Stephen Muncie, AS Residential Building Construction with honors.
Julianne Zlaket, AS Computer Science and Computer Science.
Damon Ruiz, AS Residential Building Construction.
Uniqua Sharma, AST Business Administration for transfer.
Colin Hunter Speth, AS Music with honors.
Lindsay Marie Rodriguez, AS Natural Science.
Brian Clark Broom, AS Music with honors.
Baimar Tenstosh, AST Administration of Justice for transfer with honors.
Ileana Edmar Granados, AS Music with honors.
Christopher Kenneth Taggart, AS Environmental Studies and Sustainability.
Kennedy Lee Murtaugh, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Alida Victoria Madrill, A.S., Social Behavioral Sciences.
Abigail Grace Whipperman, A.S., Natural Science with honors.
Michelle M. Click, A.S., Accounting.
Aaron Griffith Gerard, A.A., Recreation Management with honors.
Emily Ann Reynolds, A.S., Natural Science.
Thomas Reed Keenan, A.A., Communication Studies for transfer.
Christian Avila Fabretti, AST, Business Administration for transfer.
Jesus Ayala, A.A., Studio Art.
Barbara Olson, AA Accounting with honors.
Natalie Michelle Bonilla, A.A., Psychology for transfer.
Mindy Louise Purcell, AA Business and Entrepreneurship.
Adriana Marie Chavera, A.S., Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Erica Marie Swanson, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Maybe Yaneth Ramos, A.S., Biological Sciences.
Olga Tsura, A.S. Registered Nursing with honors.
Gabby Patricia Ramirez, A.S., Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Ina Shumansky, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Maria Mercedes Contreras, A.A., Administration of Justice for transfer.
Natalia Caceres, A.S. Registered Nursing with honors.
Gerald Joseph Beck, A.S., Natural Science.
Amanda Holslappel Yao, A.S. Registered Nursing with honors.
Bernice Hernandez, A.S., Business Administration.
Amanda Marie Mosier, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Ryan Bach, A.S., Welding Technology with honors.
Alex Gonzalez, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Vitaly Naumchuk, A.A., Welding Technology with honors.
Eric Joseph Field, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Nikolai Divisenko, A.A., Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Samuel E. Shaw, A.S. Registered Nursing with honors.
Daria Divisenko, A.A., Administrative Professional.
Chris Belk, A.A. Registered Nursing.
Deanna Helen Knack, A.S., Natural Science.
Jamie Hahn, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Ashley Elizabeth Dykstra, A.S., Biological Sciences.
Ashley Ruth Garrett, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Delana Michael Gerwer, A.S., Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Kristen Charmaine Soto, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Veronica Marie Rodriguez, A.S., Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Jessica Marie Summerdike, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Faustino Anthony Perez, A.S., Biological Sciences with honors.
James R. Long, A.A. Applied Art and Design, Illustration.
Alexandra Ramirez, A.S., Biological Sciences with honors.
Jennifer E. Lewis, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Anthony Ray Vasquez, A.S., Business Administration.
Sarah Arrington, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Yulia Romanoff, A.S., Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Marielle Iniguez, A.S. Registered Nursing with honors.
Harry Michael Lucho, A.S., Business Administration.
Diana Ozuna Sanders, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Mitchell Riley McFarland, A.S., Natural Science with honors.
Casey Lee Haynes, A.S. Registered Nursing.
Danielle Paul Woodward, A.S., Biological Sciences.
Esther Renee Alexander, A.S. Registered Nursing with honors.
Joanna Marie Ortega, A.S., Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Shannon McGuire Estrada, AS Registered Nursing with honors.
Troy Van Skyke, AA Communication Studies for transfer.
Angela Colleen Hanson, AS Registered Nursing.
Marshall Lee Dankbar, AS Computer Science for transfer.
Angela Beerson, AS Registered Nursing.
Sean Marone Gage, AS Biological Sciences.
Damaris Phillip, AS Registered Nursing with honors.
Keely Frost Adams, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Alexandra Marie Hall, AA Music.
Andrea Hinojosa, AS Biological Sciences.
Philip Christian Goebel, AS Registered Nursing.
Christina Ann Green, AA Applied Art and Design, Graphic Design.
Sabrina Marie Hernandez, AS Registered Nursing.
Jacqueline Aper Armstrong, AA Arts and Cultures.
Stephen Lopez, AS Drafting and Engineering Support, Mechanical Civil with honors.
Magali Delgado, AS Natural Science.
Corey Patrick Danielson McGee, AA Fire Technology.
Jade Green, AA Political Science for transfer.
Anastasia Miriam McKibben, AS Natural Science with honors.
Holly Lynn Overholt, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Zoya Alice Thomas, AS Social Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Tyler Daniel Buckley, AA Welding Technology with honors.
Charito Howell, AA Applied Art and Design Multimedia with honors.
Eric Armando Ortega, AA Welding Technology.
Brittany Nicole Pratt, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Jean D. Waltz, AA Welding Technology with honors.
Sarah Paulson, AS Natural Science with honors.
Kevin Todd Personius, AA Welding Technology.
Brianna Marie Thomas, AST Geology for transfer.
J.D. Nguyen, AS Natural Science.
Heidi Marie Zacher, AA Business Entrepreneurship with honors.
Bridget Rosanna Powers, AA Art History for transfer.
Tina Marie Hubbard, AS Computer Information Systems, Computer Applications with honors.
Mary Elizabeth Powers, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Rebecca Kane, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Gerald James Furman, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Sarah Noel Hilton, AA Deaf Studies.
Little Dove Faith Ray, AS Psychology with honors.
Sheree Caitlin Stefancic, AA Business Entrepreneurship.
Lawana Adams, AA Psychology for transfer.
Kelly Marie Ruiz, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Mary Jessica Bauer, AA Anthropology for transfer with honors.
Eric Harold Williamson, AS Administration of Justice for transfer.
Tiffany Ruby Chapman, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Nozomi Konda, AS Business Administration.
Michelle Renee Ray, AS Drafting and Engineering Support, Mechanical and Civil, with honors.
Alejandro Martin Colon, AST Business Administration for transfer with honors.
Tiffany Adams, AA Studio Art with honors.
Kristen Hammond, AS Psychology with honors.
Alicia Crockett, AA Sociology for transfer.
Cynthia Weber, AAT Psychology for transfer with honors.
Cody Rose Burns, AA English for transfer with honors.
Gligorov Schneider Bazil, AS Natural Science.
Diogene Ikea Allen, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Pavel Boyko, AS Mathematics.
That's fine, it's up to you. Ashley Garner, AA Political Science for transfer.
Morgan Marie Meadows, AA Photography with honors.
Huyen Thi Hong Vo, AS Natural Science with honors.
Sarah Jessica Spackman, AS Photography with honors.
Melissa Renee Reichert, AA Communication Studies for transfer with honors.
Kevin Daniel Lozano, AA Photography.
Bailey Martia Kimbrough, AA Psychology.
Jesse Aaron Dudley, AA Megatronics Technology.
Deidre McAuliffe, AS Administration of Justice for transfer with honors.
Eugenia Elizabeth Aguilar, AS Biological Sciences.
William R. Barr, AS Business Administration for transfer with honors.
Carol Winders, AS Business Administration.
Anthony Michael Vasquez, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Corey James Hively, AA Drafting and Engineering Support, Mechanical Civil.
Vanessa Nicole Cervantes, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Ashley Elizabeth Vargas, AST Business Administration for transfer.
Samantha Marie Simmons, AA Communication Studies for transfer.
Nikki Marie Ronald, AA Deaf Studies.
Dana Gavriluk, AA Communication Studies for transfer.
Tiffany Diane Weaver, AS Natural Science.
Ayana Davis, AS Natural Science with honors.
Jolene Carolyn Stockton, AS Psychology.
Rebecca Lynn Meister, AS Biological Sciences.
Massive Bellamy, AA Social Behavioral Sciences.
Emily Bai, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Mary Noel Baltiera, AS Natural Science.
Caprisa Danielle Pilgrim, AA Psychology for transfer.
Edith Tapia, AAT Psychology for transfer.
Heather Staplin, AS Biological Sciences.
Jessica Marie Smith, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Hamza El Harde, AS Physics.
Michaela A. Reed, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
J. Ramirez Bellman, AA Philosophy for transfer.
Austin Eric Bell, AS Recreation Management.
Michaela Ariana English, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Samantha Reynolds, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Gabriela Riviera Ruiz, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Patricia Dawn Cameron, AA Accounting with honors.
Trelincia Wiggins, AA Business Administration.
Seth Byington, AS Natural Science with honors.
Colin Mark Rice, AS Computer Science with honors.
Alejandra Isabel Berumen, AS Accounting.
Puppet Nicole McCready, AA Business Entrepreneurship.
Brianna Herndon, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Danielle Hart, AA English.
Abigail Emery Scaff, AST Administration of Justice for transfer with honors.
Natalia Marie Espino, AS Administration of Justice for transfer with honors.
Leanna Marie Miller, AAT Psychology for transfer.
Bang Nguyen, AS Business Administration for transfer.
Mariah Jordan Jackson, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Ha Nguyen, AS Business Administration for transfer.
Sophie Elise Moss, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Tu Ann True, AS Business Administration for transfer.
Christian A. Gutierrez, AA Applied Art and Design Multimedia with honors.
Keith Kirk, AA Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Dallin Leroy Stuber, AA Social Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Hamza Usaba, AS Business Administration.
Alexander Mitchell Barnum, A.S. Business Administration.
Yui Kikuchi, A.S. Natural Science.
Christina Namov, A.S.T. Business Administration for transfer.
Kazuhiko Sato, A.S. Business Administration with honors.
Carly Marissa Hall, A.S. Computer Information Systems Technical Support with honors.
Ru Inuida, A.A. Applied Art and Design Multimedia.
Yvonne Rodino Hernandez, A.S. Accounting.
Katerina Elizabeth Teakin, A.A. Theater Arts for transfer with honors.
Elizabeth R. Perez Langdon, A.S. Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Ashley Marie Peterson, A.A. Applied Art and Design Graphic Design with honors.
Damaris Elizabeth Miramontes, A.S. Early Childhood Education.
Kana Hanjo, A.A. Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Juan Luis Flores, A.S.T. Administration of Justice for transfer.
Kristen Nicole Stark, A.S. Business Administration for transfer with honors.
An Trung, A.A. Arts and Cultures.
Andrew Cool, A.S. Business Administration for transfer.
Jessica Lynn Moreno, A.S. Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Alicia Mercy Ann Simarusti, A.A. Early Childhood Education Site Supervisor with honors.
Alexandra Jewel Clark, A.S.T. Business Administration for transfer.
Carly Nicole Smith, A.S. Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Foy, A.A. English.
Andrea Guadalupe Cuevas, A.S. Natural Science.
Gabrielle Cruz, A.A. Accounting.
Caitlin Elizabeth Funk, A.S. Business Administration for transfer.
Ryan Dion McKenzie, A.A. Social Behavioral Sciences.
Cassandra Ann Jenkins, A.S. Business Administration for transfer.
Marquis Kathleen Cassidy Nush, AAT Communication Studies for transfer.
Alona Garbuzov, A.S. Business Administration for transfer.
Danielle Ann Williams, AAT Sociology for transfer.
Natalie Becker, A.S. Sustainable Agriculture.
Jacqueline May Cook, AA Deaf Studies with honors.
Veronica Santiago, A.S. Natural Science with honors.
Darian Dimitri Nanette Dollison, AAT Studio Arts for transfer with honors.
Lexis Lee Helene Tao, A.A. Psychology for transfer.
Sarah Tyree Young, A.S. Social Behavioral Sciences.
Vanessa Yuriko Wilson, A.A. Psychology for transfer.
Mary Sue Hunkins, A.S. Business Administration.
Jason Robert Pickens, A.S. Accounting.
Sequoia Dawn Allenbow, AAT English for transfer.
Sean McIntosh, A.S. Business Administration.
Russell William Sanner, AA Studio Art.
Amanda Vergara Cardenas, A.A. Anthropology for transfer.
Paige Elizabeth Sanner, AAT Studio Arts for transfer with honors.
Allison Lee Goodrich, A.A. Arts and Cultures.
Marissa Elena Tipton, AAT History for transfer.
Carla Elizabeth Nahar, A.S. Natural Science.
Amanda Shinade Spiegel, A.S. Fashion Industries.
Shauna Leah Rose McDonald, A.S. Natural Science.
Ashley Ann Wangenheim, A.S. Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Tiffany Monique Lujan, A.A. Accounting.
Maria
Espino?
Catherine Luster, A.S. Fashion Industries with honors.
Lilia Mercedes Espino, A.A. Spanish for transfer.
Julian Atlanta Nye, A.A. English.
Dante L. Jones, A.A. Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Ashlyn Sierra Woods, A.A. Studio Art with honors.
Vanessa L. Brown, A.S. Natural Science.
The Jerry Hoon, AS Computer Information Systems Networking with honors.
Amy Pham, AA Psychology for transfer.
Anthony Craig Barrios, AS Computer Information Systems Networking.
Tamomi Takubo, AS Natural Science with honors.
Stephanie Del Toro, AS Business Administration.
Dana Takachuk, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Erica May Kartz, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Amber Eloise Borba, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Urim John Shahabian, AS Natural Science.
Annie Ida Gonzalez Rivas, AS Registered Nursing.
Michael Ernest Kozinski, AAT History for Transfer.
Jacob Hales Dole, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Anna Marissa Dincheko, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Kanisha Kendra Marie McCall, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Maria Magdalena Rivas, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Salvatore Tobias Baya, AS Mathematics.
Shadina Darshika Prasad, AS Natural Science.
Sally Jane Cathcart, AA Psychology for transfer.
Julie E. Lenz, AA Management with honors.
Peter M. Pajar, AS Natural Science with honors.
Janae Rose Silva, AST Business Administration for transfer.
Nur Fadila Hassan, AS Business Administration with honors.
Rebecca Jane Butcher, AA Computer Information Systems, Computer Applications with honors.
Nazira Abdullah, AS Mathematics with honors.
Ina Hipska, AS Natural Science with honors.
Estefania Guadalupe Vasquez Mora, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education.
Monet East, AS Biological Sciences.
Bailey Michelle McDonald, AS Business Entrepreneurship with honors.
Jocelyn Jessica Verma, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Richard D. Adona, AS Business Administration for transfer.
Jorge Monzon, AS Business Administration.
Kathleen Elizabeth McGuire, AA Early Childhood Education with honors.
Anastasia Kuprina, AA Business Administration with honors.
Christopher Nolan Anderson, AS Natural Science.
Greg Ryan Jones, AS Geology.
Johanna Gabriela Aguilar, AA Accounting.
Katrina Catherine Doyle, AS Natural Science.
Dimitri Iramjani, AS Computer Science with honors.
Eden Kristen Salas, AS Natural Science.
Taylor Benton, AS Psychology.
Kathy Mary Koshaba, AA Psychology.
Eric Prestupa, AS Applied Art and Design with Graphic Design.
James Arthur Apperson, AS Drafting and Engineering Support, Mechanical Civil.
Timothy Thixton, AS Engineering.
Justin Tyler Legg, AST Business Administration for transfer.
Zachary Charles Matheson, AS Administration of Justice for transfer.
Edward Britchuk, AS Applied Art and Design, Multimedia.
Ayman Shamil Aziz, AS Natural Science with honors. Fatin Afika Harun, AS Business Administration with honors. Rabiato Abidawa Hamdam, AS Business Administration with honors. Delia Acosta, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education. Christina Derkach, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences. Kimberly Clark, AS Business Administration for transfer. Ida Dragonetti, AS Early Childhood Education. Justin Neil DeMartin, AS Management with honors. Natalie Louise Belton, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences. Melinda Ann Allison, AA Early Childhood Development. Caitlin Hall, AA Liberal Studies, Elementary Education. Valerie Lynn Lear, AS Early Childhood Education for Transfer. Brian Colin Snow, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences. Oksana Bud, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences. Lilia Wojtek, AA Accounting.
With honors? AA?
Svetlana Brichuk, AS Business Administration with honors.
And last but not least, it is my pleasure to confer the degree to your student body president, 2015-2016, Ernesto Torres Aguilar, AA degree in sociology.
I'm ready. Congratulations, graduates. I have the distinct honor as our board president to introduce our commencement speaker. Alice Perez is an area director with AT&T External Affairs. In her role, she's the direct liaison for local government and the nonprofit community in the 22 counties that she covers. Previously, she was the CEO of the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. In 2011, she founded Alice Perez Consulting, focused on business and community engagement strategies, and has served her clients focused on increasing small business exporting in California and engaging elected officials in education reform strategies throughout the United States. Ms. Perez has been recognized by LISTA with the 2015 Latinas in Excellence Award, the Sacramento Business Journal with the Women Who Mean Business Award, and the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce as the 2013 Chamber Executive of the Year. Ms. Perez is an accomplished leader who is active in business, non-for-profit, political, civic, and community affairs, and she serves on the board for the CSU Sacramento Foundation, the Foundation for California Community Colleges, and is a graduate of Sac State. But I think one of the things that she's probably most proud of is being a mother of 5, 3 boys and 2 girls, and one of her boys just received 2 degrees just tonight. So without any further ado, let me bring up a Latina who's very active and a great leader for our community, Ms. Alice Perez.
Thank you. Graduates, parents, grandparents, distinguished guests, faculty, Sierra College Board of Trustees, and President Dugan. It's an incredible honor for me to be able to speak with you today. Congratulations on your graduation from Sierra College. Now, I know the job of a commencement speaker, aside from keeping it short and sweet, is to inspire. And as I look out at this class tonight, what's clear to me is you all are truly the inspiration today. Today you graduate, tomorrow you start your next chapter of your life. Life has many chapters like a book. You create your destiny and you create the next chapter. What is the next chapter in your life going to look like? How is it going to read? If you could write it however you want it, what would it say? If you think of your life in this way, you can position yourself as the author of your world. It is your choice. Be deliberate and choose the direction of the life you want. Then take action right now. Here's a formula I came across. It is the LIVE formula. L is for love. What do you love to do? Make a list. I is for inner gifts. What are your natural talents? offer these to the world. V is for values. What kind of contribution do you want to leave at the end of your life? And E is for environment. What people, places, timing, and physical conditions bring out the best in you? How will you help use those to create your next chapter in life? You must have some vision for your life. Even if you don't know the plan, you have to have a direction in which you choose to go. You want to be in the driver's seat of your own life, because if you're not, life is going to drive you. Each of you should be extremely proud of yourselves today that you chose to pursue higher education. Education gives you the opportunity of choice. Whatever choices you make them with confidence. You are here today to open a new chapter of your lives. Don't be afraid ever to change your life's course. Don't ever be afraid to reinvent yourself. And as I saw tonight, I saw graduates of all ages, and I know there's several of you that are in the process of reinventing yourself, and congratulations to you. My journey to complete my degree was long and meaningful. I was the first in my family, like many of you, to go to college and graduate. And I want to have a special shout out to those of you, raise your hands, that are first in your families to graduate. And let's have some recognition for them. Because you are truly leading the way for others. You are setting the foundation for the rest of your family to follow. It's a new standard, and congratulations to you for setting it. When I first started college out of high school, like some of you, I quickly learned I had no idea what I wanted to do in life. However, I quickly realized that I wasn't passionate about what I was learning, and I decided to withdraw from school and work a while to gain some life experience before pursuing my degree. So I gained some experience, and when I returned to school as an adult, I was raising my family like many of you. I didn't do it to make more money, although believe me, it has helped. I was fortunate that my career as a home engineer allowed me the flexibility to raise my family, attend school, and give back to my community. When I returned to the outside workforce, I continued to work on completing my degree. I balanced, like many of you, family, school, and career. The best lesson that I learned during my journey, and I want to leave you with this if nothing else, was to never give up, and that I could have it all, just like you, but just don't try to do it all at the same time. You'll kill yourself. I was also setting a great example for my children, that continuing my education was very, very important. The journey wasn't simple, as many of you know, but the goal was achieved. I exhibited what I refer to as the 3 Ds: drive, determination, and dedication. And as a result of that, I've been blessed with many opportunities in my life. I've been able to fulfill my passion to travel through my work, as well as my passion to give back to the community. Like many of you, there has been turning points in my life that have caused me to stop and think about what's important, and for me to consider what I want from my work and my life. I have ended and started several chapters in my book of life, each one more interesting and more rewarding. I both plan for tomorrow, and more importantly, I live for today. At times, it can be extremely challenging, but most importantly, it's extremely rewarding. Most of us go through life never fully realizing our ability to make a lasting impact in the world and in our professions, or we hold ourselves back from experiencing the journey of a lifetime. You now have the opportunity to write the next chapter of your life in a way that is significant and meaningful, so much that it will change your life forever as a person and professionally. Ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish, contribute, complete, create, or build? What legacy or reputation do you want to leave behind? Each of us was born to live up to our potential, We stand on this earth with able mind, with diploma in hand and awareness and commitment in your spirit. You are in a unique position to do great things in your career and in your community. You must, though, however, have courage to face challenges and the unknowns of life, as I know many of you have. The courage that at times will test your limit, it'll test your character, and your ability to overcome fear and despair. As you enter your next chapter of your life, choose wisely, be accountable, and make a difference. Woodrow Wilson once said, "You are not here merely to make a living. You are here in order to enable the world to live more amply with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world, and you impoverish yourself if you forget the errand." As Sierra College graduates, remember that you are among the world's most privileged. Each of you is an agent of change for the benefit of others, and you have the power within you to create positive impact and make a difference. It does not need to be groundbreaking. You do not need to alleviate world poverty overnight or negotiate world peace. Some of you have plans to pursue higher education. Some of you will enter the trade sector. Graduating from Sierra College has given you a solid foundation for either of these paths that you choose. Graduating is a beginning. Keep close to you the things that you love doing. For each of you that are graduating, most important, be patient with yourself. Regardless of the length of time that it takes you to hit your stride, continue to listen to your heart. And don't forget to seek the help of your friends, and don't shy away from unknown territory that may offer you plenty of opportunity. Remember always to surround yourself with helpful people. None of us can do it alone. We need plenty of helpful people along our journey. Find a mentor and join groups with common interests that will challenge you to live up to your potential. I am so excited and proud to be here on your special day, and I have to put the special plug in there, particularly for my son, Faustino. I'm so proud of you. At the beginning of the next chapter of your life, life's greatest victories are ones that are shared with others, and life's highest compliment is to have others want to walk in your footsteps. One day, your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it is worth watching. Make sure your book is a bestseller. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alice. A special thank you to you for coming and sharing your story with our students. We greatly appreciate that. So our next speaker has been a joy for me to work with. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years as he's been attending Sierra College. He's our ASSC president this year, Ernesto Torres Aguilera. He's a tremendously gifted and hardworking student. And he's overcome a lot of obstacles in his life, but he's accomplished some amazing things while he's been here at Sierra College. Also, as president, he's served on our board of trustees, and he's represented students admirably, and he's done a fantastic job. I can tell you all of our trustees have enjoyed working with him. Ernesto and I share a special bond, though, as Dodger fans living in Giants country. You're less popular now, Ernesto, sorry. I know he's transferring to Sac State this year. We're going to miss him here at Sierra College, but we wish him all the best. Ernesto.
Hello, everyone. First off, I want to congratulate every student here. Congratulations, class of 2015 and 16. Everybody clap, everybody, everybody. So like Willie was saying, I overcame a lot of obstacles in my life. I was a high school dropout about 6 years ago. Didn't ever think I would graduate high school, and now I'm over here, president of a community college 350 miles away from home. I didn't write a speech. I like to wing stuff. This is how I do it, so bear with me. But as I came to Sierra College, let me fix this up right here right quick. As I came to Sierra College, my mom, she's out here. I love you, Mom. She dropped me off with $80 at the dorms, and she said, "Good luck, son." And it's been a struggle. I made a lot of sacrifice. I've gone hungry. I've slept in people's couches. I've been kicked out. I've been homeless. I've been all that. But one thing I want to really acknowledge is that sacrifice. A lot of you guys are going on to big schools, different universities across the state. Some of you guys are going back home. Shout out to the international students who come out here and dominate and do their thing. Good job, y'all. But a lot of you guys are going home, going to another school, another state where it's going to get hard. It's going to get very hard. You're going to have times where you're going to have to decide whether you want to buy food, whether you got to pay your rent, whether you got to pay for your books. You might sleep at a couch. You might be homeless. But I can guarantee you that if you keep fighting and you keep going, it'll all pay off. I've been here for 5 years. I know they don't want me to share that, but I'm just being real. I've been here for 5 years. It was a struggle, but I did what I had to do. Shout out to Dr. Ortega. He's in the building right now. Dr. Ortega, man, I want to say I love you. I wouldn't be here without you. You know that. The Puente program has been a successful program throughout the years. Check the stats. But it's through programs like these that build families, that build network, that build a home, like Umoja, like the Native American Club, like the Puente Club. These are programs, these are clubs, these are spaces where we feel welcome and we feel like we belong. And I encourage the staff, I encourage the Board of Trustees, and I encourage everyone here to work in community, to work with each other, to work together. That is the only way we can overcome all the obstacles and everything we go through. It's not about the rich and the poor. You know, it's bigger than that. If we work together, we can get over a lot of that. And I just want to let you guys know that it's all about sacrifice. To my brothers, Carlos, Jonathan, Junior. No, not you. That's my boy. I'm just messing with him. But to my brothers, I dedicate my diploma to you guys. To my nieces, Ivy, Darlene, to my sisters-in-law, I dedicate this to you guys. I appreciate everything you guys did for me when I was up here, the welcoming, the gatherings, and now this is from my mother. Madre, he needs some milk. But, Madre, te quiero agradecer por todo lo que hiciste por mí, todos los sacrificios, todo el esfuerzo, las noches que trabajabas, las veces cuando tenías 2 trabajos, cuando me dejabas con mi hermano, cuando lo cuidaba, todas las noches que tú no tenías nada que cocinar o algo, pero hacías algo por nosotros, las noches cuando te quedabas trabajando, cuidando a niños, limpiando casa, lo que tenías que hacer. Te quiero dedicar mi diploma, te quiero dedicar mi vida y te quiero. Eres la mejor madre que he vivido en mi vida. Te quiero mucho y te dedico esto. Sorry, I had to say that to my mama, you know what I mean? I want to send a shout out to a couple ladies in the room. These are ladies that built me, checked me when I was wrong, helped me out, guided me. Some of them acted like my mother's here, like Tiffany. But Tiffany, Alicia, Gabby, Little Dove, and all the ones, I hope I didn't forget anyone. All my friends here, I take you all in my heart. You guys all have showed me what true friendship is, what true family is, or a family away from home is, sorry. And I want to thank you guys for that. I want to thank you guys for making my stay here at Sierra College very wonderful. Shout out to the Native American Club. Shout out to the Puente Club, Project Unity. And I want to close this out with a Tupac quote. He's my favorite rapper. We're not gonna do no, Gandhi quotes around here. We're doing the real ones. But it's the change is one, and it goes like this. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat. Let's change the way we live. And let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. Thank you. It's been an honor to serve for Sierra College. Thank you to all my friends, to all my teachers, all the deans, everyone, financial aid. Shout out to them, because they took care of your boy. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to all the historically underrepresented students. And one thing, let's get one thing straight. I told some people I would do this. When historically underrepresented students come up in the conversation, y'all need to put some respect on it. We ain't gonna say no more. You understand that? Aguilera out. Peace.
Yeah, that's good. If we would have given him a mic, he'd have done the mic drop. I know it. Excellent. Thank you, Ernesto, for your words. Appreciate that. So it's my pleasure now to introduce our tonight's faculty speaker. Our rain's still holding out, so we're going to keep pushing forward. Every year, the students select their faculty members of the year, and they select one faculty member to give the faculty address for them at commencement. And this year, they've selected Matt Archer to give that address. Matt started as a part-time faculty member with us in 2001, and then in 2004 became a full-time faculty member with us, so he's been with us for a long time. In addition to teaching his classes, Matt is extremely active on campus. He serves on the Academic Senate. He's been a huge advocate on campus for Native American students. And it's my pleasure to introduce him to you tonight, Matt Archer.
Receiving the Faculty of the Year Award and this opportunity to speak at your graduation is truly an overwhelming honor, particularly because it was selected by you, the students, the people who I'm committed to serving. I wasn't the only one selected as Faculty of the Year. Ed Gutowski won the part-time award. My fellow full-time honorees are Tanya Times and Jason Roberts. I think it's important to note that something we have in common is not just our dedication to all our students, but also our extra work on behalf of historically underrepresented student populations. I think such awards show your support for proactively providing opportunities which break down barriers and dismantle discrimination. The whole college is actually committed to this project, as all community colleges should be. We are currently undertaking numerous measures to improve the experience and success of all students, with a special focus on extra support for students who face additional challenges. As such, Sierra College is bravely and strategically working to create a more just and equitable future. I hope that resonates with your experiences and that now and in the future, you'll be proud to call yourself a graduate of Sierra College. I want to tell you why I'm so honored to be wearing this Maidu basket pattern graduation stole with native Cali bling on the bottom. For the past few years, I've been an advisor for the Native American Club. In all honesty, I've never met a more engaged, empowered, and inspiring group of people. When the club began, Sierra College had no Native American staff, no services specifically for Native students, and little curriculum addressing Native American culture and history. Students in the club, and in particular co-chairs Tiffany Adams and Little Dove Ray, have dedicated enormous time and effort to changing that. Their leadership has helped more of us become attentive to the struggles and educational barriers in many Native communities, and more of us now realize how important it is that we do something about it. The need is critical, and the obligation is obvious, particularly considering that Sierra College resides on a Nisenan village site, one place among many which bore witness to tragic injustice for which we as a society have never truly accounted. I'm proud to say that I put a ton of work into the struggle and to helping Native students with their advocacy. And I'm happy to say that Sierra College is responding positively. We now have more Native American staff than ever before, Multiple departments are reviving and creating new classes. A segment of the RISE program beginning next fall will include a Native American focus. We're calling it Winoti, which means to cause growth in Nisenan. There's still lots of work to do, but we're headed in the right direction and have a newfound capacity to carry on with the work the students inspired. Even when individuals agree, institutions move slowly. Rather than simply wait in frustration, members of the Native American Club took a DIY approach. In my mind, this is an amazing and inspirational part of the story. Native American students have dedicated enormous effort and resources to support each other and build community. They basically organized and implemented their own version of a specialized program for Native students and their non-Native allies. I believe that's why the college supports us in wearing these stoles, not only to celebrate the educational accomplishments of our Native American graduates, but to also honor and appreciate such exemplary service and transformative engagement, which we hope to instill in all of our students. I hope this story leaves you with some awareness of the interests and concerns of Native American students, but I also want you to take away a broader message of hope. Despite the fact that it often feels otherwise, in truth, a group of empowered individuals can create change. As fellow anthropologist Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." To me, this award is really a recognition of the amazing work we've done together. I try very hard to be the best ally I can in and out of the classroom. I think that what I'm good at is listening, caring, and trying to help people in the way they want to be helped. I hope this doesn't come across as boastful or grandiose, but I'm pretty sure that we need more of this in our world. It seems well overdue that we should put community and solidarity above individual wealth and accomplishment. To quote Martin Luther King Jr., "Modern man suffers from a kind of poverty of the spirit, which stands in glaring contrast to a scientific and technological abundance. We've learned to fly the air like birds, we've learned to swim the sea like fish, and yet we haven't learned to walk the earth as brothers and sisters." And translated into Nisenan by Alan Wallace, "Homo ya ata be maiduna, be yi meidu poloyim honi su esaktipe, is bo yida sayem mum wuleni, hil mumukani tutun we leipe, momodi mukani holi piyeto, esaktimen danis mukani niktun nikte kedodi heseyo yepe." Now that you are graduating Sierra College, and for many of you, transferring on to your bachelor's degree and beyond, you're the ones with the requisite abilities and relative advantages. I'm sure you've learned that with vision and understanding comes responsibility. I've also learned that being an ally and fighting for change is much more than that. It's a source of deep and genuine joy, a filling of the spirit. Honwada. I hope that you will experience such joy and blessings in your life. My advice is that you keep this in mind when you strive for purpose and success. For my students out there, please allow me one last cultural anthropology mini lesson and activity. In many cultures, people do not clap to show appreciation and enjoyment. In Judaism, for example, we say Yasher Koach. In Native cultures, in Native California cultures, people say, "Oh." So, if you've heard something in this speech which resonates with you and which you'd like to show appreciation for, then at the end, rather than clapping, please say, "Oh." And with that, I will close by saying, congratulations, Sierra College, class of 2016. I hope you find a meaningful and genuinely fulfilling path through life, and I wish you continued success in all of your future endeavors.
Excellent. Thank you, Matt. Okay, we've been watching the weather up here, and it's getting pretty close. It's going to start raining again, so we're almost to the end here. We got through it, you guys. So we have a tradition, and in a moment, I'm going to ask Ernesto to ring the bell that's over there. But before he does that, I just want to tell you that when the bell is rung, graduates, if you want, you can toss your caps in the air, you can celebrate at your seats, but please stay by your seats for just a moment because the faculty and those of us on stage are going to form the gauntlet down here in front, and then you're welcome to exit through the gauntlet. So my last words are a heartfelt congratulations to the Sierra College class of 2015-16. Ernesto, ring the bell.